You said you're Cuban and you've actually DJed in Cuba,
I
um,
did.
which is like that's like a unique thing in the DJ world. Not too many DJs from the US or from anywhere get to DJ in Cuba. What was that like? Can you tell me how you
Oh,
had made that happen and then like what it was like actually DJing there?
so my parents came in the Bay of Pigs in the 80s, early 80s.
Oh wow.
Uh, they still hadn't gone back when I went to play. I was the first one out of me and my brother, my parents, to actually go back to go to Cuba.
Oh
I was born
wow.
in the US, but to go to Cuba. I went with my manager and a couple friends. And then the one that put that together was my friend Chino Dreadline, who's
Yeah.
on records and stuff like that. And of course, I explored like crazy. I couldn't. I days there, and we didn't stop. Like, funny story. First day we get there, my mom told me, and my cousins had told me, like, "Oh, you better hope they don't cut the water on you." I go, "What are you talking about?" I go, "They cut the water." First night we're there after like a whole day of being out traveling, flying in, and then not stopping and like seeing the city. We go shower at night, and the water's like completely cut off. I'm like, "Oh, nice." Shower. I immediately called them. I was like, "Yeah, it happened."
Well, that's one of
But
those things, man. Yeah.
it was surreal experience on multiple levels. I'm gonna say that's the most emotional I've been after a
Yeah.
gig. After the gig, I was very emotional, knowing that like that's where my family's from. Those are my
Right.
my roots. To be able to play in front of where I'm from, where my family's from, was very surreal. And I got to also explore the island, see where my parents grew up, my family grew up, the baseball parks there, which were famous, and
Yeah.
a lot of also saw how life is there. And I got home and I told mom and dad, thank you.
I bet. Like, I mean, you must have been so appreciative for the fact that your parents struggled so hard to get here. And then
uh,
after like actually being in the place where they were born, seeing how that is and like coming back here, you must have felt like such a huge sense of appreciation for them.
you really appreciate. I think we sometimes take for granted uh, this country, our situations, where we live, and we get mad and upset over little things. And little do we not like we don't realize that if someone like there were like 90 miles away from where I'm at right now, give or take, like probably a little more. Like there's people that have no food, no water, like have no rights. So it's like you appreciate everything. I appreciated my parents taking the risk, coming to Bay of Pigs, coming to a country where they knew nobody, had nobody, and had started from scratch
Yeah.
and give me the opportunity to do everything that I want to do with my life. So it was very surreal, very emotional as well.